totally different than the first episode of my streaming on my wonderful Twitch channel. It's gotten rave reviews, possibly awards. I handled some achievements on the first night. It's all thanks to you guys who tuned in to watch the shows. Shout out to all the new followers too, who just broke double digits. After one night, this is just my opinion, but that's not too bad. You know, I was very happy with how the stream went. A little bit hard talking to myself the whole time, but still, I was happy with how things went overall. So I'm just going to give a little bit of backstory to Fire Promoter itself right now. So in Fire Pro, again, much like many things in this game, a lot of it is very user unfriendly, even down to downloading stuff. You can't just go onto the game and click a button, a menu option, and just, you know, go for it. You have to click on the thing and it'll go to a website. It takes you literally out of the game to the internet browser to then download. Then you have to click out of the game itself, turn off the game, turn the game back on, and then your stuff downloads. So it's very user unfriendly at pretty much every level. And if a part gets deleted, you're screwed, buddy. You can't use that wrestler until you re-download the new part that you need. So keep that in mind. And they don't tell you this beforehand either. So you have to be vigilant. You have to download every particular part of it. So keep that in mind. Whenever you play Fire Pro, it's very important that you stay vigilant, and really you have to do a lot of work to get the most out of this game, which is unfortunate. Like I said, I know that Spike Chunsoft is a really mom and pop organization pretty much, but I just feel like they could have done a lot more to make this game just easier to play and easier to deal with, because you're already looking at a game with a lot of weights anchoring it down. You know, I just think that they could have done a lot more when it comes to that. I wish that they would have tried harder to make it easier for the players. But with that said, it's still a fun game overall. And the Fire Promoter mode is basically a, you know, their take on an EWR, a TEW game, a Be the Booker type of situation. Where you make the cards, run a company. Originally, they have you start out with 6 wrestlers and like a really low amount of money, so you have to really build yourself up and play it smart, which is kind of interesting. I almost wanted to do that and just build up Eastern Lariat Wrestling from the ground up, literally on the smallest level, smallest tier, whatever. But I just felt like for the fans of the Eastern Lariat and the fans of the show, the fans of me, you're gonna want to see all the wrestlers, and you know, that we could get. And I still did it fair. I didn't just get all the dream team of wrestlers from New Japan, All Japan, even All Japan and Noah, even non-New Japan. I left everybody under contract that was from New Japan, DDT, Dragon Gate, Noah, all of them. You know, like any promotion I have here, Ice Ribbon Stardom, Tokyo Joshi Pro, Gato Move, all there. Even international companies like WWE, you know, Impact, AEW, CMLL, AAA. I really did a lot of work to get all of these companies in there. Pretty much. See, these are all the companies I have: WWE, AEW, New Japan, CMLL, AAA, DDT, All Japan, Noah, Dragon Gate, Stardom, Tokyo Joshi Pro, Ice Ribbon, Big Japan Pro Wrestling, I forgot about them, Ring of Honor, Impact, and Gato Move. So a lot of these companies, WWE obviously with the most assets, you can see $100 million, which is actually low compared to real life. So, but they wouldn't let me edit the money deals. I would have tried to edit it a little bit more if I could have. So it's interesting how they set up the game. That's another thing I don't like, is that sometimes they have things locked in. I would have changed a lot of things and got it much more how it should be, much more realistic than how they ended up letting me do it, because they just wouldn't let me edit the stuff like the fight styles and things like that. They let you change the promotion style, but not you know, as much as you could have. You know, there's some stuff I sent Sato out on excursion, or Tanaka rather, or no wait, it was Sato. Sato out on excursion to Noah to build up the relationship. That's how you build up the relationships between the promotions. You can see a lot of them are indifferent, and a lot of them are so small that they are still willing to work with me like normal. Noah, I got to normal as well, so I'm trying to build up that relationship. I felt like New Japan was too big, and obviously I didn't want to mess with any companies in other areas of the world, so I wanted to stick to Japan, and it was either All Japan or Noah. And personally, I like Noah's roster a little bit better, as well as some of their freelancers like Hideki Suzuki. I would really like to have in, especially for I want to have some kind of UWF style title, like, you know, a shoot style promotion title. Not necessarily turn the promotion into a shoot style promotion, but just, you know, have a title for shoot style matches that give it personality, give it, you know, meaning, pretty much. But for me, I want to see what happens in the game itself. I have had a lot of fun building the roster and picking who I could. I basically picked whoever I could that was available to download, because that's another thing. I didn't want to get into something where I had to create a bunch of guys or, you know, do that much work when it comes to it. I wanted to keep things in check pretty much, but still, anybody that was online I was able to get, and I listed the roster on my Twitter. Check it out at Dylan0Sky, at Eastern Lariat. It's on there as well. As you can see, my training center, I got it up to level 7 because I didn't want to blow all my assets right away, but the gym is very important because it lets you increase your maximum number of wrestlers. So especially if you start out really small, that's a really good amenity to do. The other ones I've edited all to level 2. I could probably go to level 3 if I wanted, but I want to keep I want to keep a good amount of money in my back pocket after we run this show. 3,000 merchandise for everything for the first show. I'm not able to build contracts with sponsors or broadcast contracts yet, but hopefully one day I will be able to do that. See, they give you the option to run a loan, book the event, invite people, cross promotion. You know, it's fine for what it is. Still, I think they could have gotten a lot more in-depth personally, but hopefully we have some fun. Hopefully we have a chance to build Eastern Lariat Wrestling into the greatest promotion in all of Japan, in all of the world, really. That's my goal with all of this, and I need the viewers' help. So hopefully everybody starts coming in to watch. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and kick off the event. You know, go back if anything you missed earlier on, check it out in the archive, check it out in the video, it'll all be there. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and proceed to the event, and let's get From Shadows off the ground for Eastern Lariat Wrestling. So I guess this is supposed to be me and the wrestlers. Why is Keno on my roster? Is what I want to know. He was with Noah. I did not sign him. Not that I would turn him away. I'm just saying that guy looks totally like Keno. Am I right? You're about to witness history in the making with the birth of a new promotion. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the inaugural event of ELW. I also have never worn a suit in my life. But anyway, we plan to be the best in the world, and every one of you can help us to get there. We need you. We need right now to help us get there. Here we go. January event, a standard event. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna auto match everything here and commentate. I'm gonna focus on my commentary here. We're gonna let the workers do their thing. I'm just a booker in this mode. I'm not a wrestler. I'm purely a booker. So let's see how this goes. My hand is off the controller. I'm waiting for the screen to load. Let's see what happens on From Shadows, the biggest event in Japanese pro wrestling of the year. Oh, it's my team. Shadow Hearts. Tanaka, Doi, and Mashimo all entering as one unit. I think I forgot to set the entrances for all the matches, so a lot of them will just come out on their own after this, but for some reason I remembered it for the first one. Next time I'll do a better job. I'm still new at this, I'm still rusty, I'm still green. Oh, this is STRIGGA's team. I made sure to pair our teams off for the first show in the tournament. This is a part of the 6-man title tournament, people. Keep that in mind. Takaiwa, Takanori Ito, and Yuji Hino. Hino leading STRIGGA's team. Seigo no Shogun. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, square it off. The two leaders, Masato Tanaka and Yuji Hino. Hino overcoming with some power. Tanaka aggressively moving back. I edited all of the Shadow Hearts guys to have blue in their attire, just to give a sense of unity. STRIGGA didn't really say what color he wanted. I asked him. It's not like I just went off on my own and didn't do anything. I did it myself. So, it is what it is. But, these two scoring at it. 0-1 matchup right here. A 0-1 special with Tanaka and Hino. Right now, Hino. Oh, Young Lion style. But Tanaka countering out. What a mistake that was on the big man's part. Hino is a very cocky guy, too, in real life, so it fits his style to do something like that to a veteran like Masato Tanaka. Tanaka, with his balding hairline, tagging in Doi. Oh, double team, but Hino with the double kick. That seems like it happens every single time you do that move. When you play a tag team match, somehow the one guy always seems to win. But the battle of the big guys here, we went from 0-1 to Wrestle 1, with Tanaka and Hino tagging out to Ito and Doi. Ito, if you've never seen him, a lot of people compare him to Kevin Owens from WWE, Kevin Steen. Oh, his chop looked just like my dropkick from yesterday. But a strike battle ensues with the two. Ah, my guy is losing. Come on, Doi. Wow. Don't let that fat ass get you. And look what, as soon as I said that, he let him get him. Alright, Mashimo, that's my ace of the group. And he immediately gets tossed out of the ring. Come on, Mashimo. Okay, test of strength here. A very traditional power battle, but neither man can get the advantage. Yeah, there we go. Mashimo using his Futin experience right now. Also, I'd like everyone to notice that Frank Atsushi is the referee for this. Oh, so thank you. We have a very professional announcer as well. I wish there was a way to edit the ring, because we just have this really basic ring, and I actually created Easter Lariat rings for this very situation, but unfortunately it did not happen. This is the first match in the inaugural show of ELW From Shadows, and also the first match of the 6-man title tournament, the Trios titles. Oh my goodness. Takaiwa is getting in here. Now it's 0-1 versus Wrestle 1. Although Takaiwa did leave 0-1, so... Okay. And now Takaiwa. In real life, that would probably kill a man if he took a bump to the apron from the inside the ring, but in Fire Pro, he gets right back up. I'm not a big fan of that no-selling from Takaiwa, especially when it hurts my team. Ooh, Takaiwa going up top. Ah, see, I hate when that happens. It always does that. That's another trope of Fire Pro. Okay, Doi's starting to get the advantage right now. You can see him. Oh, Takaiwa doesn't want any of this. He's one of the smallest men. Well, he is the smallest man in this match as they copy my team. And much like in real life, STRIGGA always copying me. You know, he insults me when at first when I'm not popular, but then when I prove him right, everyone gets on my side and acts like they say it first. Oh, 10 count. What are we doing on the outside right now? It's an all-out brawl. Takaiwa back in. Doi's got to get in. Tanaka's getting his ass whooped. Of course, STRIGGA's team is dirty. Using the chair. I'm not a fan of that at all. Come on, Mashimo. I just now noticed Ito is the legal man. That's my fault right there. But Mashimo, it feels like they're using, you know, heel tactics. They're double teaming guys, using a chair. Completely unfair advantage from Seigo no Shogun. These guys are not the last Shogun. It's a total false advertising. Which is interesting because Mashimo actually has kind of a samurai gimmick, more or less. Uh-oh. Could it be? He kicked out on his own. There was no interference there. See, you've got to use the Futen style. Ikeda's watching this. He's in the stream. I see him. I see him watching it. You guys might not see him, but I see him. Oh, a double team actually worked? And of course, how many times are we going to do that move in this match? Now Doi going for a submission on the outside. My guys are dumb as a box of rocks from the looks of it. I have not taught them well. They have to get it together. Oh, good shot to the gut. Somebody's going to get fucking counted out in this match, and it's going to piss me off. Oh, Tanaka back in as the legal man, but he takes a huge lariat from the big man Hino. STRIGGA's team continues to be a well-oiled machine here. The last Shogun working together very well. My team in disarray, it feels like. Doi tried to do a little bit of a dirty tactic there to get the count-out win, but a strike exchange from the big man, and the hardcore veteran with the rolling elbow. But Ito back with a spinning wheel kick. That's the thing he can do in real life too. Very agile for a big man. I'm really surprised Ito hasn't done more since Wrestle 1 closed down. Here we go. This is much more like it. Double team powerbomb into the single leg crab. I wish there was a better follow-up than the half crab, personally. Oh, good move. Well, I gotta give him credit for that. And this will not get the win, but still, I did love the leg sweep. Big enziguri from Kengo Mashimo. But just nobody, my team cannot get an advantage in this match. Have you guys noticed that? It feels like we just do not have the momentum on our side right now as Hino comes back in. He's been a bit of a workhorse for his team, but Ito just hits a big side slam, spin out side slam for Ito there. Yeah, Mashima's got to tag out here. See, there it is again. Oh, good shot from Doi. He will not put up with that. Oh, the back elbow hits. The big man not smart here, but it works. Going for the rings of Saturn. He's going for the submission. He is the dom in this relationship. Oh, there we go. Strike exchange. Assert your will, Doi. No. Big lariat from Hino there. Who's going to advance to the next round of this tournament? It's gone on forever. Are all the matches going to be this long? Holy cow. Even still, the feed probably won't be as long as the last show. Oh, what's Doi looking for here? A big mistake somewhere along the line. My team again making stupid mistakes. Rib breaker. Will somebody edit my team's IQ to be higher? Where did I download these guys from? That's what I need to question. It's really not the talent, it's the download. And Takaiwa coming back in. He's been the lazy guy in this match. He hasn't been in very much. 0-1 classic battle here with Tanaka and Takaiwa. I think everybody's getting kind of tired at this moment. The match should probably end in the next few minutes, I would say. But they keep doing this damn move over and over and over. There you see the chair that Seigo no Shogun illegally brought into the ring, I would like to say. See, Takai was going after the wrong guy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is his big move in real life. Watch out. The triple power bombs. Somebody get in there. Oh, what a near fall. He almost pinned the leader of the group. So what a huge win that would be for Takaiwa. Is that what ELW is about? Putting over Takaiwa? Another big move. DVD. That's what he does in real life. Tanaka with an attempted no-sell, but it failed miserably. I love the Lariat animation for that too. Oh, Takai was sending for the end, but it did not work. Tanaka has been knocked 6 ways to Sunday, but he's able to tag out. Double teaming is very smart. Oh, reverse pile driver. Man, this match is crazy. Another tag out. See, that's another thing. STRIGGA's team, they always want to tag in and out. They don't want to fight like warriors. But to be fair, their dirty way has been very effective in this match, so I cannot deny that. Oh, the middle finger is a Doi staple. As usual, the 2-on-1 does not work in this game. Come on, Doi, get in the ring. Oh, Takai was bringing in the chair to the ring. And thankfully, Doi is in the ring. I wish that somebody would grab the chair from my side. Shadow Hearts has done everything by the book. And yet, this is what we're tasked with. A super kick from the big man. With a big elbow on top of it. Nobody can break it up because my team is very stupid, obviously. No wrestling IQ in Shadow Hearts. But look at this. Suplex from Doi. We need a big move. We don't need the bullcrap suplexes and stuff, as Ito looks to run away like a coward. What a sissy. Ito, you suck. Okay, Tubby's out of the ring, so we gotta get to Takaiwa right now. Oh, tree of rope into Takaiwa. Chopping the shit out of his balls. Holy cow. Highly illegal move. That is not a move Takaiwa I've ever seen do. Chopping to the balls repeatedly. That is not fair, and I do not approve of that at all. Not at all. Oh, spike brainbuster. Come on, count it, ref. Ah, unfortunately, we're going to a strike battle yet again. The tired and overused mechanic with a kick to the head from Kengo Mashimo as this match nears its conclusion shortly. Oh, but Mashimo had him rolling. Why did you tag out? Oh, not this again. Maybe starting the show with a 6-man tag title match was not good. Or having a show half full of 6-man tag titles. But you live and you learn, people. That's why you're on this journey with me. Watching either in the live stream or afterwards for the next 2 weeks. I've heard Twitch has their streams on for up to 2 weeks. So keep that in mind. People are flying around. This match is total havoc. It makes no sense whatsoever. I'm not entirely sure who the legal man is either, for that matter. But I think it's these two, Doi and Takaiwa. Doi, put this asshole away. Or let, you know, oh, there we go. Okay, he's signaling for the end here, and he's in the corner to do it. He's in the right corner to do it. Look out. There it is. Oh, why didn't you pin him, you stupid bastard? What an idiot. Oh, if you lose this, I'm going to be so mad. Thankfully, Tanaka's there to make the save. This match will go on for eons. Oh, total elimination there. Strange double team move. I think there's some sort of time limit on this too. There should have. I hope I set a time limit on these, to be honest with you. But I'm not sure that I did, which is my own fault, to be honest with you. I will definitely do better at that next time. Oh, big move there. Oh, Shadow Hearts out of the ring. Oh my God, Shadow Hearts with the win. Masato Tanaka representing in this epic 29-minute match with the generic theme music playing. What a match. This has to be a 98% performance. Oh my God. Up next, the first match of the tag tournament for the women's title. So I am very happy the women's tag titles are on the line. It won't be all the 6-man matches in a row. You get variety on the show, variety on the cards. So smart move by me on that one. Perhaps my only good booking decision so far on this first card. Riho and Dash Chisako, new team. The Brave Shine top team coming out. I wonder how many people get the Brave Shine reference. If you do, let me know, either on the stream or on Twitter. If you get the Brave Shine reference, you are a real one. Uh-oh. Lourdes team here with a very, very generic version of Megitsune. Lourdes team of Saori Ano and Makoto teaming together, a team in real life. They have the experience edge over Dash and Riho. First time ever team here. So this should not be as long as the opener, thank God. But there could be a lot more yelling based on Dash's early predicament. Oh, Dash, what was she trying there? Dash is an amazingly underrated performer. She's somebody who just... She has everything you want. Charisma, great wrestling, great look, has been a lifelong fan. I really wish she would wrestle somewhere besides Sendai Girls, because that promotion is, you know, not always on the air as much as others. Oh, 3K already. Good teamwork from the young team of Riho and Dash. I have no rooting interest here. I love Saori Ano as well. Everybody knows she's great. Makoto, one of the most underrated, or not really underrated, but most improved performers of the last 5 years, in my opinion. Because when she started off, she was like Tom Nakano, just really bad stuff, and she worked hard to get better. So I really love Makoto, who tagged out to Ano right now. Oh, double teams have been more effective for the women than the men's faction. So interesting stuff there to note. Riho, very famous from, you know, Gato Move, Ice Ribbon formerly, AEW first ever champion. Not a big fan of her run, obviously, in AEW, but a very talented girl, maybe just not for the American audience. I don't think she was a very good fit at all. Kind of a big mistake to put her as the first champion, even though I really enjoy her work in a certain way. You know, if she's so small, you have to have her beat a certain role. Kind of like Tsukushi in Ice Ribbon, but strike exchange here from Ano and Riho. So good stuff there. I do like that they have a special animation for the Joshi style of forearm compared to the men's forearms. So that's really cool. Things continue on with Riho getting the advantage but tagging out to Dash. Very good move there. Dash, I think, is much better as a leader than Riho, but double drop kick there. Good. I love the dynamic of the two as well. Great high energy team. Very bad drop kick by Dash, much like myself yesterday. I will admit that. Oh, cocky pin from Dash here. Brave Shine. This is really a traditional babyface and heel matchup. This was kind of like the two groups to lead the company, so it's not all about my team and STRIGGA's team. I wanted both sides to have a lot of, you know, I wanted everybody to have something to do, really, you know? Oh, good octopus stretch from Makoto. She does that in life too, so whoever made her create a wrestler did a very good job. Oh, double team, but no! Makoto, too strong. She used to be the ultimate cosplay wrestler too. She would literally cosplay stuff like Sailor Moon and things like that. Dash, interfering a little bit. Makoto can't handle it. She needs to tag out right now. Riho, with she's using that, spamming that forearm smash, but she's just not big enough. No power behind it, Riho. You got to be smarter than that. Someone like Riho needs to use her speed advantage over someone like Ano, who is very dexterous. She has great dexterity, but Riho should have an advantage in terms of speed. She's trying to do it a little bit here with these short moves, but spamming the power moves is just not working. See? And look at that. See, Ano immediately counters with a much better version of the same move that Riho's been doing all match. And then followed by a great drop kick. It's almost like she was listening to me and she was like, fuck you, Fox. I have more agility too. Dash again doing the illegal tactics, but thinks better of it, just saving her partner there, cutting in. I love the fast-paced tags between the heel team here, so... Oh, Makoto looking for a big kick. Oh, we go outside again. Will there be any dirty tactics like we saw from Seigo no Shogun in the first match? This is not a STRIGGA-based team, so I do not expect cheating. Oh, good kicks from Makoto in the corner. This would be a really cool matchup in real life, you know? I hope one day they can put it together. Michinoku driver, again from Dash, constantly interfering in this match. But she's about to be in legally, so that's one positive to all of this. Oh, looked for a cutter there, it looked like, but just did not get it together. Oh, double team, but no dice. Makoto, too strong. Have any of you guys ever seen, like, are you guys fans of Joshi, or do you like the men's matches better? Good move by Makoto. Even if you're not a fan, maybe you might like it in Fire Pro, because you get to learn some more about him, and you watch along with me. Oh, mad splash. I think she calls that the hormone splash, technically. Followed by a double stomp to the back. She's just working the top rope, but comes down. If only she had her on her back, it would have been much more effective. Uh-oh. Oh, big shot from Sari Ano. Oh. Both look for a strike, but did not work. Fisherman suplex. One of her biggest moves, but still, Riho there to break it up. Oh, X Factor. I would love to see just a singles match between Ano and Dash. I think Riho is probably... Riho and Makoto are the lesser members of their team, just for me. But Riho does have the most international success, so you do have to give her credit for that. Northern Lights from Riho. Oh, near fall. I don't know who I'd be rooting for here. I think I might root for the Brave Shine team, but figure 8 from Ano. Our wonderful ref, Frank Atsushi, laying down the law, asking her over and over if she gives up. I do like how Dash called upon the crowd and then did nothing, and they just keep on clapping. Oh, La Casita. Oh. Also, which version do you prefer of the name of that move? La Casita or Magistral Cradle? I always just think of Negra Casas, so I go with that, but Ultimo Dragon's version is good too. Riho in no man's land on the outside, or no girl's land in this case. Oh, rough tactics from Ano. But she's gonna get back in. Ano, not a good partner move. She should have tried to keep her on the outside there. Just not smart tactics. Oh, Dash has come in. She's been the X Factor in this match. Both of a double drop kick from Brave Shine. A Michinoku driver. There we go. Now you can get the crowd fired up. Do it, baby. Come on. Double stomp, followed by the drop kick. But it was not that effective, as it turns out. It was a lot of hype, not a lot of rewards, unfortunately, for Miss Chisako. Fisherman suplex. Oh, near fall for Lourdes now. Both teams have been very equally matched in this match. Oh, the cocky pin. Wouldn't it be awesome if she actually won with the foot on the chest pin? Although that would kind of turn Brave Shine heel. We're supposed to be baby faces. Headbutt. Dash is such a charismatic performer in life and in the game. Foot stomp. I love how they have her do that. Now, whoever made her edit did a really good job. I need to look that up so I can shout out who made these edits. Because I downloaded them all on fpw.net. So if you want to see some good stuff there, check that out. Strike exchange. Riho with the drop kick. But Ano counters. What a battle this has been. This could go to time limit as well. Oh, double drop kick from Brave Shine. Oh, big shot from Makoto. Followed by a knee stomp. She loves that La Casita. Could she go for the win? No. I thought she might have it there, to be honest with you. Oh. Dash trying to control the ring. Of course, called to the crowd. No surprise there. She just loves the high-flying moves. For whatever reason. And now the hormone splash to the back. You need to turn her over. Why did you do that? Don't wait until after you do it to turn her over. Damn. Oh, big boot there. Riho back in. Dash, who has interfered many times in this match, has now decided to just stand there. Riho. Okay, Riho doing a good job there. Let's see what Ano can do. It's been a tiring match. What a night of action this is going to turn out to be, with a lot of long matches. ELW is the new Japan, I think, after this. Oh, Otani-style dropkick to the back of the head. Oh, roll up, but now too close to the other corner. Bad stuff there. Ano loves that enziguri. That's one of her signature moves. Oh, Ever-style German, but too close to the ropes. That may have saved the day because she would have had her. What is Riho trying? No, nothing. Another big Ever-German, but again next to the ropes. Ano is cursed right now. She's had the big moves, but just... Oh, team double stomp is what they should be called. Too close to Makoto. Big knee strike there. Oh, good teamwork. I love the double team maneuvers from Lourdes. Oh, snap suplex. Could do for... Oh, good pin. You can tell that the match is ready to end. She just needs to get a singular pin on her. I think that might go for both sides, though, too. Oh, double team. You know what this means. Our favorite move in ELW. Not the eye rake, but the suplex onto the apron. Oh, dirty tactics from Lourdes. No, Ano, you are amazing. You don't need to resort to that. I hate seeing that. My promotion is going out of control already. Oh, Makoto just hit a big DVD on Dash. And is about to hit one on Riho, too. Good stuff. Will this score a pin? Oh, spear. But Dash is back in. Yeah, I will be smarter about allocating the tag team match times in the future, I promise. But thank you for tuning in to the first episode. X Factor. A springboard style for Dash. Oh, big shot to the elbow. Or with the elbow. Michinoku driver. Back to the crowd. Dash's specialty. Going to the crowd. You'd think she would want the double stop from the top, but instead goes... Oh, caught her with a cutter right away. Oh, if only that was available for the pin, she would have won this match. You can tell they've cut it close multiple times. Riho, do something. You're on your side of the ring. Team double stomp strikes again. Big drop kick to the face from Ano. Into a pin, but too close to the corner. That's the problem, you know, with these tag team matches. I think if the babyface team got a pin near their corner, they would do a better job because they're a little slower than the, you know, the heel team is a little slower than the babyface team. Oh, big enziguri. Oh! Spirit kicks, and then an over-the-shoulder suplex. Ano there to protect. This could be it. There it is. Lourdes moves on. Ano and Makoto. Makoto scoring the pin. Wow. I did not expect that match to go that long at all. 97% though. 97% on that match. Up next, back to the 6-man tag team tournament. 2 matches already down. 8 more to go. It's going to be a wild ride until we get to the singles matches. Let's see how this goes. The Lucha team. Oh my goodness, Flash Journey coming out. This is not really a Lucha team, more like a very indie team. Rase, Chango, and Kaji Tomato. Kaji Tomato leading his own faction in the ELW. That may be the only place you can see something like that. That sounded like a generic version of Hayabusa's song they came out to too. Did you guys notice that? Uh-oh. 2 evil masked men and a really gigantic dickhead. Ryota Nakatsu, Hub, and Black Buffalo. Hub is always a favorite of mine. You know that if you're a listener to the show and follower of me on Twitter. Buffalo, veteran indie guy, and Nakatsu, one of the most unsung, you know, one of the only truly good workers on the Japanese indies these days. Everyone else on the indies is like a character or a gimmick type of guy, but Nakatsu can get it done inside the ring and is just an amazing performer. Battle of the Snapmares earlier on here. Flash Journey and Timeout and going at it. Kaji Tomato starting it off for his team too. The leader taking things into action. The only group which is all junior heavyweights. So, Tomato representing the light heavyweights at this point. Amazing stuff. Tomato trying to fight off all comers. Does he have this much fighting spirit in real life? I don't know about that. But now he has to face Nakatsu. But he's about to tag out. Going to his longtime buddy Chango. Some people have called them the tag team of the year in 2020. And now they get to show their stuff in ELW. Chango with a very nice surfboard into a Dragon Sleeper. Shades of Jushin Thunder Liger there. Good stuff. I like it. Nakatsu too sound technically though. Chango looks like such an indie geek, both in this game and in real life. He's been around for so many years. I couldn't believe he had a resurgence in popularity this year. But I'm very proud of those guys, both him and Tomato. They did have some really strong matches in 2AW. 2AW, even now, I know that a lot of people kind of turned off of them because of all the other companies coming back. But 2AW really is a good promotion to watch as Hub gets in there. You know, I'd still recommend checking their shows out if you have the time. Hub, that's my guy. Again, neither of these are minor STRIGGA teams, but if I do have a bias, it would be towards Hub, so I may have to go with a timeout team. Rase, he's a very underrated guy from Michinoku Pro. A lot of people think he was the old character Dual Force in Noah. Some people say it was secretly him and not Sugi. That was a rumor at the time that was going on a lot. I was still at Pro Res Spirit when that was all going down. But Hub, too much for the smaller Sugi. Hub is much more of a technical wrestler than a high flyer. Rase's Mr. You know, he's Mr. Jump, pretty much. Oh, Jackhammer. Shades of Goldberg. Rase already in trouble. Black Buffalo coming in. The two heelish masked men versus the babyface masked men. Of course, that means we need more Kaji Tomato. Going at it back and forth. Tomato showing more strength, more fire. Sliding drop kick. Big move from Kaji Tomato. I think it's been confirmed. Kaji Tomato has the best drop kicks in Fire Pro. It's not me. It's not Kengo Mashimo. It's not Makoto. It's Kaji Tomato. The drop kick king. Although he hits it. Oh. High speed inside cradle there, although he didn't have time to run for it. So whoever edited Tomato's character did a very good job. I could see making him a threat. Good stuff there. Hub is aggressive, man. Even in this match, he's going for the pins, looking for the nice moves. A little bit of agility there into an arm drag. Good move. I love the psychology that Hub just used, switching out to throw him closer to his corner rather than throwing him to the opposing team's corner. Even in Fire Pro, Hub is a technician and one of the smartest guys in wrestling, one of the most underrated guys. They keep trying to pin, much like my team in the first match. These guys keep trying to pin next to the ropes and look very stupid for doing so. Double team drop kick from timeout. Oh, dirty tactics from Shango. No. This is supposed to be the fun-loving babyface team, and Shango using dirty tricks with the poke to the eye. Frank Atsushi, get your ass in there and stop this. Stop these guys from doing dirty shit. This is why he's retiring soon. Oh. Big front slam from Nakatsu there. If you ever see Nakatsu, he has a lot of stuff in Basara. He's just a gigantic prick indie heel, pretty much. And sometimes you can kind of tell by his outfit with the gloves and everything. He's more like a striker, like a technical wrestler, MMA guy. But if you watch him, he's such a dick heel in the indies. You know, one of the few real talents in the indies, in my opinion. Ryota Nakatsu there. Tomato, very well known as a babyface. He had that run in the New Japan Cup, but not New Japan Cup, the Super J Cup a couple of years ago, actually. But Hub is my man, and he has been schooling fools in this match, and I'm sure he will continue to as time goes along. Tomato on the outside. We've seen that come into play in the other matches. Oh, okay. Nightmare hold. Inverted figure four into a sharpshooter. Oh, dropkick to the knee. Smart move by Hub there. 0-1 versus 2AW. Nah, not smart. He followed up with a dumb move going for the pin next to the opposing team. I'm not a fan of that at all. But a big senton from the three-lettered man. The longtime veteran of the indies. He's like the original indie worker. Him and Minoru Fujita, probably. Oh, good strikes from Nikatsu. Going right for Rase's neck here. Like Wu-Tang said, protect your neck. Big kick from Nikatsu there. This will be an interesting matchup. Rase and really all of the Michinoku Pro guys have a hard time breaking out in real life because M-Pro is so far up north. They don't get the chance to work with a lot of companies, sadly. I really think Rase would stand out. That's why I have him on the roster. I made sure to look for him because he's an underrated guy. I feel like a luchador style, high-flying guy, somewhat similar to Sugi in 0-1, who is also obviously in this promotion. We'll be seeing him a little bit later on the card. Nikatsu slowly dragging him over. Oh, big shot to the back of the head from Nikatsu. That's the type of move he would do too. Oh, hurricane driver from Rase. STO, now things are getting exciting. Things are breaking down as Tomato comes back in. Hub back in. Black Buffalo has been the weak link on the team right now. He has not been in for a long time. He's the fresh man. Tomato counters a Hub Irish whip. Oh, great lucha style from Tomato there. Oh, here comes that inverted figure four to the sharpshooter. I wonder if he has a name for that. Oh, Buffalo brought the pain a little bit. Oh, here comes the high-speed cradle from Tomato, right next to Rase. Near fall there. It's funny because 17 minutes has passed, but it still feels like not a lot has happened. Oh, what is this? Hub! Oh! With the Rago, Keno's former move. If only he would hit that closer to his corner. Will you stupid bastards pin somebody near your own corner? And that goes for both teams. Nikatsu back in. Oh, STO, good move. Pin him. I knew he was going to do that. What a stupid fucking AI in this match. Holy cow. Oh, not this again. This is going to be my most hated move of ELW, hands down. The suplex to the apron. Nikatsu calling to the crowd. You don't see that a lot. But he followed it up by slamming him right to the post, so that does make sense. Chongo meets him in the ring with a DDT, followed by some dog barking things. The Pound and the Hound is here to hit and get down. And he got down with a drop kick. Oh, low blow, disqualification. That should be an automatic DQ. Is the ELW's ref... Oh, excuse me. Is the ELW's ref on the payroll of Flash Journey right now? Frank Atsushi, what are you doing? We need a better referee. You know, I also created Mitsuru Kono as a referee in this game, so I'm not afraid to bring her in. We will have a working agreement with Gato Move. Oh, jumping pile driver from Buffalo. I criticized him earlier for not being in a lot, but he's the fresh man. And he just did a very stupid thing right there. Maybe that's why he hasn't been in much. Spinning lariat. Oh, no. He had a chance. His team bailed him out, but he could not score the fall. Oh. Key lock. More like Kimura style lock, actually. I think it's technically called a key lock in the game. I may be wrong. DDT. Tomato has really done a lot in this match. He's been in more than anybody versus the guy who's not been in. Was Buffalo playing possum in that little situation? He just signaled he was. Strike exchange, overhead punches versus the forearms. Sandy I've had a hard time with hockey because the Preds got eliminated, but there was definitely some questionable refereeing in the Grizzlies game today, and some questionable refereeing in the Hurricanes game today. Shout out to Carolina, home to my favorite football team. That's like my adopted second home. Oh, but Tomato almost scored the win while I was talking about the Hurricanes. Shout out to all Carolina teams, as well as Memphis. But Buffalo interfering. Again, there's some... Listen, if anybody deserves it, timeout deserves to cheat after that terrible refereeing display from Frank Atsushi. Oh. What is going to happen next? Oh. See, there you go again, pinning him next to the corner. Just not smart tactics as Rase comes back in. He's probably been the one that's been on the least on the Flash Journey side. Oh. Buffalo. Tiger Driver. Oh, almost had it. I apologize for the horrible refereeing in this match from Frank Atsushi. That's not what this promotion represents. Next time I see something like that, I'm calling it automatic DQ. I made sure to check that. I'm skipping through the match if he DQs, if something like that happens again. There will be no dirty tactics in my promotion. I don't care about rewriting history. Oh, jackknife pin from Nakatsu. Will justice be served? No. Unfortunately, no. Nakatsu fighting off everybody. More Flash Journey, the lovable luchadors are total heels in this match. Nakatsu with the big boot. Smart, dragging him to the corner. Classic psychology. Again, going for the jackknife cover as things will break down, no doubt, because of this. Oh, near fall on Rase. Again, calling to the crowd. And looking for the single leg crab. That's it. That's it. Justice is served. Nakatsu with the tap out win over Rase. Oh my goodness. What a match. What a match yet again. 100% rating. A legendary match. Look, a trophy earned. The living legend. Nakatsu scoring the tap out win over Rase. Michinoku Pro having a tough night. Overall, like maybe it'll continue, maybe not. But Sandy, you can take solace in that. I cannot provide justice for the Hurricanes, but I can provide justice for wrestling. I know. B. McCooley, my guy on Twitter. Thank you for showing up. But yes, this is the longest show in history, I feel like. I will definitely do some editing. You live and you learn in Fire Pro, unfortunately. All my matches, you're not going to be able to rank any of my matches. That's not good. Natsuki Tayo making her return, though. Big moment. If any match deserves to go 20, it will be this match with Natsuki Tayo. And Leon as well. Leading her faction, Star-Crossed, versus Y Generation of Sai and Yako Fujigasaki. I wonder why she changed her name to all caps Yako. I apologize, man. I said it. Blame Frank Atsushi. If that had been a DQ, it would have went under 20. So really, you gotta blame Frank Atsushi. That's what you need to look at. Don't blame me. Do not point the finger at the booker. Again, no teams. We need to get back to the STRIGGA versus me teams in these tournaments. I think the singles matches too probably won't go as long because a lot of things are breaking up and things like that going on. I had not anticipated that as much as maybe I should have. My bad on that one. But don't worry, next week will be more streamlined, unfortunately. Still, Leon, Yako going at it. Leon, very underrated talent, and Pure J. Pure J is like one of my favorite companies. Highly, highly recommend her match versus Hanako Nakamori, who we're going to see in a little bit too. Go track that down. It was just from earlier this month. Heavy match of the month recommendation there. Yako, she used to be in JWP but left recently, like not even in the last year, and changed her name to the all caps Yako. But these two have a lot of history. Tayo back in wrestling. Unbelievable. Oh, Yako with the dirty move. That's not a DQ. And I technically, I guess there cannot be a DQ in this match because there really can't be a low blow when you think about it. But, you know, even still. Maybe if somebody brings a chair into the ring or something. That's going to be a new rule I input for week 2. Natsuki Tayo. She is one of the greatest high-flying Joshi wrestlers of all time. But the Y generation, the youthful team, going for all dirty tactics, trying to spoil the Legends return. Good spinning soul butt there from Natsuki. But maybe this is psychology right here. The returning veteran picking her spots in this match. That's what you get on ELW. Leon. Sai works for a company called Lariat, who's like not really promotion, but more like kind of like how when Abe worked for Sportiva. That's basically what Sai works for, the company she's with. She's not really signed with a wrestling company, more or less. Again, history between Yako and Leon. Nope, countered. The Y generation team has used dirty tactics up and down. Oh, Emerald Flosion from Leon early in the match. Looking to end this early. Oh, Sai ruining the potentially short match that this could have been. Tayo back in along with Sai. Of course, the classic double team maneuver. Not working in Fire Pro. Oh, Tayo throwing some hands right now and some knees. Muay Tayo. Did I just say Muay Tayo? That was a terrible pun. I apologize for that. Great Dragon Sleeper from Sai here. So Sai taking it to Tayo right now. Until the counter, looking for the arm. Looking for the arm and the great submissions. Again, very Lucha Libre inspired worker Tayo was. I really wish she would come back in real life. You know, she was amazing. And still does some great work for Seedling. Look at that. Frog Splash City. But no. Just one of the unheralded workers. Anytime you can see some great stuff from the dark ages of Joshi and the late 2000s, that stuff is really good. Early 2010s as well. Oh, Torture Rack from Leon, which she also is a veteran of. Ooh, Walls of Takeshita from Yako Fujigasaki. See, McCooley, you should have tuned into the stream last night. All my matches were under 20 easily, so I just want to point that out. We'll see how long this one goes. We're already near the 10-minute mark. But there's been some damage done already, I will say that. Especially to Sai of the teams. Drop kick from Tayo. Classic vintage stuff there. Tayo's just too fast. Just prevents her. Oh, powerbomb. The double team did not work, I'm telling you. Why do they have to go back and listen to my commentary and see that move will not work in ELW? As Yako comes back in. Yako has definitely been the stronger member of her team as we go to my most fucking hated move, the suplex onto the apron. I truly hate that move so much, and I apologize for saying a bad word. I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. Tayo looking for the stomps here. Stomping a mud hole and then going for the choke. Leon back in here too. She can do some high-flying stuff, but hits the spear instead. Oh, looking for that spear. We saw that with Makoto in the earlier match as well. Oh, Emerald Explosion. Critical. Look out. That's it. It's over. McCooley, you got your wish. Stop the match. Leon, the hero, the heroine of ELW. A low match rating, but still very short match, however. Shortest of the night after a perfect 5-star match between the Lucha team. Unbelievable. Does that count as a shoot or just a TKO finish? I wonder. Maybe I did edit all the entrances. I thought I didn't, but everybody's coming out as a team. Alright, we're about to be halfway home. As the Tempest team comes out. Shu Asakawa, Taishi Takizawa, and Yoshihisa Hisa Uto, the newest member of Tempest in ELW. Bringing Uto out, always a favorite of mine. As Takizawa brings out the RVD taunt. That's not going to win points with me, buddy. We do not support RVD on this show. And now the timeout team coming out. Koki Iwasaki, Yoshihisa Yokoyama, and Masayuki Kono. Thank God I got Yokoyama out of Voodoo Murders, even though he's not very good anyway, but still. The return of Kono to the world of wrestling. I don't know if anybody asked for this, but that's what we got. I will also be making some changes to the rosters by the time this tournament ends. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with that, but if somebody I don't like also sucks in the game, I may end up getting rid of them in the future to try and bring in some new blood as well. And Kono would be on that list of people who I may not exactly want, but he does have somewhat of a name, and is a decent worker. He's not a bad worker, he's just kind of boring. He's really bland, that's the only thing about him. Asakawa I like a lot more, even though I know a lot of people were kind of down on him as 2AW champion. Takizawa coming in. Double teamwork from the 2AW lads. Is it appropriate for me to call anyone a lad, being an American? That I don't know. Yeah, go after Yokoyama, he sucks. Come on, Takizawa. I again have no rooting interest in this match, I just want Yokoyama to suffer and look bad. But instead he hits a headbutt. I will not stand by this Voodoo Murders crap. Automatic DQ, this is the 1 week I'm going to let that slide. Automatic DQ next week. I don't even care what the result of the match is a big. I will DQ it and count it as a win for the other team in the tournament. But for some reason, this goofball Frank Atsushi refuses to call things fairly. The vetting process for the ELW referees has got to change. STRIGGA's the one that hired it. I gotta talk to him about this. Uto in now for the Tempest team. I really think this guy should be doing a lot more. You know, he's a talented guy. He was totally misbooked by Big Japan when he was there. He really deserved a lot better in his run, in my opinion. But instead, going after the Ganbare Pro veteran Koki Iwasaki here. I don't know if him and Toa Iwasaki are related, but we're about to have a strike battle. Uto and Iwasaki going back at it. I also like how the Tempest team is all blonde hair as well. Shoulder block from the big man. He has a big size advantage over Koki. But Iwasaki with the strikes. Into the Boston Crab hold. Iwasaki and Uto have gone at it for a little bit in this segment of the match as well. But they, of course, tag out back to Asakawa and Yokoyama. Come on, Asakawa, don't let this bum beat you up. I like you too much for that. But you are not looking good right now. Okay, doing some tactical work rather, from Asakawa. Ooh, just sat on him. Asakawa, I would really recommend. He had a match with Minoru Suzuki a few years ago, when things were still K-Dojo, which was just great. Oh, Lucha style deathlock there, Indian deathlock variation there. You've seen that a lot of times in CMLL. Not so much in Japan though. Takizawa back in, with Asakawa hitting a big suplex. Good, everyone jump on Yokoyama, he sucks. Iwasaki back in. Okay, Iwasaki just scored points with me because he was about to suplex him on the apron, and I was going to get very mad if he did that. So Iwasaki, a favorite. He's balancing out Yokoyama to me. Even though of the two, I think I like the Tempest team a little bit better. Just from a work rate standpoint, I think they're a little bit better. Good chops from Takizawa there. That is his big move in this match, Iwasaki, the kicks. Oh, good strikes. Good strike combo from Iwasaki. Followed by an Enziguri. Good stuff. The chop style from Takizawa. Big man coming back in. They've had a little bit of a feud in this match, Uto and Iwasaki, so that's interesting that he comes right back in. Good strike combination from Iwasaki. We know I love the martial arts guys, or the MMA type guys. Oh, double team on Kono. He deserves it for being boring. Uto jumping. Oh, I love it. The jumbo knee followed by the oh big brain buster. That could have been a critical. It looked like Iwasaki had to get out of there. Smart move. No, not this again. Oh. Now everybody's brawling. No rules now. Hey, why does Frank Atsushi have a girl's voice? Do you guys notice that? Maybe that's just a ring announcer. Okay. Oh, Yokoyama with the heel tactics. The middle fingers. Oh, Octopus. No, for a second I thought it was a tap out, but no, it's a rope break. What'd you guys have for dinner today? Before this, I just finished eating some Chinese food I ordered. I was so depressed about the Grizzlies losing. Oh, big suplex from Yokoyama. Man, Yokoyama is getting way too much shine in this match. I did not book this. STRIGGA booked this match. Shot battle, and Takizawa finally won. STRIGGA hates Yokoyama too, actually, though, so I can't put it all on him. Big shots from Takizawa. Oh, shades of Hogan. Taishi Hogan with the leg drop. A combination I'm sure he would never thought he would hear in his life. He's listening to this, I know, he's a viewer. Tag out to Asakawa now. Tempest getting the advantage, and they better not do this again. Oh, Uto, dirty tactics. Oh. I think Tempest are a heel group, so to be fair, so it's fine. It makes sense. Oh. Kono getting hammered with a steel chair. Okay, everybody's back in, so we're okay. Asakawa is still laying down in the ring. Asakawa's looked like a geek in this match. Strike exchange, strike battle. Kono says it's over with the big boot. Iwasaki, the most exciting member of this team by far. Man, be smarter, Shu. Ah, Sandy, that sounds so delicious. I had orange chicken and some lo mein, but the turkey burger sounds great to me, as Takizawa nearly wins the match. I'm a big fan of the turkey burger. Oh, salsa too, really enjoy that. A+ to your aunt, Sandy. Give her 5 stars. Alright, Takizawa. Yeah, I know. What a match I booked for all of this. What a promotion that this is going to turn out to be, surely. Oh, Iwasaki. Oh, Shu Asakawa ruining my man's dreams. Pete's dreams. But could we still see something big with a brain buster? Oh, 2 minutes left to be rated. Oh, Yokoyama out to cause a distraction. But no, Takizawa kicks out. I hope the main event goes well. I'm looking forward to the singles matches on the card where we get rid of all the interference and all that bullcrap. Maybe I booked this too realistically. Like, I need to add more singles matches on these cards. Probably just less matches, but I need to get the tournaments out of the way, you know, so bear with me on that. Shades of his mentor, Hideki Suzuki, with the double arm suplex. And shades of me yesterday as well. Hideki Suzuki, also my mentor, unofficially in this game. Another double arm suplex. Or not. Oh. But the no-sell from Yokoyama, that stupid, shitty worker. There you go. Put him down again, Uto. Uto making me proud. Oh. 2.9 kick out. It will not be rated. No. Uto nearly saved the day. But unfortunately, Yokoyama, who is his only contribution to this match, is sitting on people. I hate Yokoyama, man. He sucks. Uto, put this asshole away. Okay, Takizawa, it's up to you. But instead, you do stupid stuff and let him tag out. You deserve that. You deserve that based on what you did. Strike exchange battle here. Oh, that's my move. You can't do that, Takizawa. A stupid pin right next to the corner. That's the thing I hate the most about these tag matches. Everybody always ends up pinning everybody near the corners. Oh, capture suplex. Shades of Maeda. Good move. Oh, Tiger Driver from Takizawa, but still too close to the corner, man. Just not smart strategy. There we go. Capture suplex. Pin him. There we go. Thank you for listening to me. Oh, Kono. There it is. Iwasaki leads timeout to the win. All right, now we're banging a little bit. 22:57 on the shorter side compared to the first two matches, but still 94%. The only time he will be in a 94% match, I would say. They move on. The tournament is heating up as we're nearing the semifinals of the six-man tag team tournament. Alright, now we have a regular women's tag match. Oh, this is going to be good. Nakamori and Iroha. Now we have the STRIGGA versus Dylan matchup. This is my team. This is Crescent Moon, Hanako Nakamori, and Takumi Iroha. I dig the music too. Asuka and Kaho Kobayashi. But the action is so much, I almost choked to death there, so I apologize for that. Will I survive ELW is a good question to ask right now. But don't worry, I'm okay. Iroha and Kaho would be a great match. Any one of these four combinations would be really good stuff. Again, STRIGGA hand-selected the Crush 2000 team members, including Asuka and Kaho. And I selected the Crescent Moon members, including Hanako and Iroha. Oh, technical wrestling from Asuka. Good stuff. Hanako, get in there. No. You know I don't want to praise the Crush 2000 members. Or Crush 2020 members with a shooting star press there. Excuse me, I apologize. I said Crush 2000. It's Crush 2020. Why did he name him that? That's such a bad name. My name's way better, is it not? Crescent Moon. Oh. Good move. Moon is a tribute to Caribbean Moon, which was Ray, who is my favorite Joshi wrestler of all time. So I knew I wanted to have Moon in my name. She passed away sadly from cancer. And rest in peace, Ray / Lynn Byron. I absolutely love that girl a lot. And always will. Hanako's got to show a little bit more fight against Kaho here. Or smart move tagging out to Iroha. Oh, moonsault. Kaho did an amazing job in CMLL in Mexico. As we know, I'm a huge fan of the Japanese wrestling, or the Mexican wrestling and Japanese wrestling. And Kaho spent a long time over there and did a really good job. Probably had the best women's match of the year last year as they go into strike battle. That's more of a draw. Oh, big super kick from Iroha. I never saw that move on the move editor for Fire Pro. Good stuff. Yes, my favorite trope. The double team moves not working. Alright, Hanako looking to come in. I wonder if Asuka has a stats advantage here. Oh, good shot from Iroha. There you go. Don't do the suplex on the apron. Throw him out of the ring the old-fashioned way. Throw her ass out of the ring. It sucks because the problem with the Joshi ranks is that I pretty much love all these girls anyway, even the ones STRIGGA picked. So I have a hard time having a rooting interest in this match, but personally I think my faction was a lot better. Oh, strike battle. Come on, Hanako, do the kicks. Oh, more of a draw, but Asuka gets up. Her breathing was better, surely. Oh, it actually worked that time. The rare double team move working. And it does for us too. Crescent Moon with the double team. Ouch! Sleeper hold with the leg scissors. Good move from Iroha. I have all blue gear, specially made, but with Iroha it's hard because of her red hair and how much her red matters to her. So blue doesn't really fit as much. Oh, great technique into the guillotine choke. The ones that I picked really represent my favorite style of wrestling the best, I feel like. But not next to the ropes. Oh, great counter from Iroha into the frog splash. Great move. Hanako back in, and I think Kaho's about to cut back in too. Hanako and Kaho would be a very cool matchup. Oh, powerbomb into the neck breaker. Look at Crescent Moon go, a well-oiled machine in that ring. Enziguri from Hanako. Such an underrated talent. Hanako especially is. I think Kaho, she has the CMLL stuff. She's got a little bit of a run in her, but Hanako never gets the credit she deserves. One of the absolute finest Joshi wrestlers. Again, her match versus Leon from earlier in the month. Please check that out. Amazing match. Destiny Hammer, but too close to the ropes. And too close to Asuka, more or less. Asuka coming back in. Iroha, the big battle. Iroha and Asuka are kind of like the leaders of the teams, I feel like. More double teamwork. Crescent Moon. Listen to that crowd come alive. They know who the best ones are. Oh, back-to-back roundhouse kicks from Takumi Iroha. Iroha still looks very fresh. 13 minutes into this match. She could go all night long. She could go the entire time limit. Oh, last ride. Oh. Super kick. Iroha schooling Asuka right now. She's looking for her big move, the running three. Come on, Hanako, get in there. Oh, near fall for Takumi. Oh, great counter from Asuka with the armbar. Oh, good counter from Iroha at this illegal interference that Frank Atsushi is doing nothing to stop. I didn't know I hired Red Shoes to be my referee. There we go. As you expect, the double team moves do not work. Oh, half crab from Hanako. Yeah, but too close to Asuka there. Oh, Shining Wizard! Missed from Kaho. Needs to do a little bit better. Oh, Fisherman Suplex from Kaho. Hanako kicks out, but it looks like Iroha was going to break it up anyway. Oh, armbar from Hanako. Iroha coming in with the defense. But not enough there. Iroha tags back in. Hanako with the soccer kick. Good stuff. Strike battle. Forearm shots, kicks, forearm shots, kicks. And it's a draw, but Iroha has more energy. And locks in the sleeper hold. We can see that established as a finisher in this match as well. Oh, big forearms from Iroha. A good counter from Kaho. Good slide, but no. Dodged. Asuka back in. Double team attempt with the double drop kicks. Effective for Crush 2020. Iroha. Oh! Big kicks all around for Takumi Iroha, much like earlier. And looking for the pin after so many kicks over and over. And it's over. Iroha with the kick combination on Asuka. 2-0. Shadow Hearts and Crescent Moon get the win over STRIGGA's lame teams. It's what we all expected. It's what we all wanted. And it's what we got with an 80% 4-star match between these four. Not as strong as some of the earlier, longer matches, but to me, better to watch. Only a couple of matches left. Now, as we have one more matches in each tournament, and then the 2 singles match main events. Now, those are going to be fun to watch. Here we go. Shadow Hearts. Toa Iwasaki from 0-1, Sugi from 0-1, and Jun Tancho, formerly of Wrestle 1. Shadow Hearts are looking very strong now. Can they get a clean sweep over Seigo no Shogun in the 6-man titles tournament? And now here comes... Did these guys come out to Shingo Takagi's theme? They do! Seigo no Shogun comes out to Shingo's theme. Hagane Shino, Keisuke Ishii, and Ikuto Hidaka. An elite team of junior heavyweights. I honestly wanted all three of these guys for my team, especially Shino, who recently won the independent title and Ganbare Pro. Check it out, Shino versus Keisuke Ishii. Amazing match of the year caliber match. It was at the end of last month of July. Check them out, but right now they're teaming against Shadow Hearts. Oh, somebody's busted open already. Who is that? I think it's Hidaka. Hidaka's blood. He's bloodied. Was that a hard way blood shot from Iwasaki? He's a young guy. He's sloppy. So of course they have to torture me by throwing him out of the ring with the stupid suplex on the apron. God. Alright, Sugiya now. Double teamwork on Keisuke Ishii. They had to get Hidaka out with his blood. Is that going to impact this match? Sugi, one of the greatest high flyers of all time. He does things nobody else could do. Shino, my all-time favorite Japanese wrestler in many ways. My original favorite. He will always hold a spot in my heart. As Hidaka bleeds on the apron. I'm sure they desperately want Hidaka to get back in there. This would be a dream match in the late 2000s, and even now, they're still good. Oh, good counter from Shino. This would be a dream match anywhere. Like, this to me is like a quintessential indie 6-man tag. But Hidaka already busted open 1 minute into this match from Iwasaki. Great drop kick from Sugi. Jun Tancho getting his first work. I think I saw him working somewhere recently. He really hasn't done anything since Wrestle 1 closed, and he's somebody with a great amount of talent. Needs to be doing more as they go to a strike battle that Tancho wins over the wonderfully underrated Hagane Shino. Big backdrop. Okay, Ishii coming in now. Try to get an advantage over the young Jun Tancho. You gotta remember, Tancho, he's such a young guy. Like, I can't believe somebody hasn't picked him up just as a prospect. Tancho and Keisuke Ishii. Another guy, like Ishii, never gets pushed as much as you would think in DDT. He's always in Ganbare Pro, which, I mean, he had a great match. Just look at him versus Hagane Shino at the end of last month. You know, just a great match. But still, he really could be a bigger star than he is. Iwasaki with the shot. Tancho locking in a submission, but he's not the legal man. It is Iwasaki and Ishii who are in this match. Is Iwasaki going to stiff somebody else and bloody them up too? Ishii representing with the pink right now. Strike battle. Dual forearm shots. Who's gonna win? Who's got it made? Who's got more energy? These two. Oh, big lariat from Iwasaki right into the Kimura lock. Great stuff from Toa Iwasaki. Looks to be the future ace of 0-1 as he continues to bloody that traitor. That's what this is all about. He's pissed Hidaka left 0-1. But look for a pin on Ishii. Iwasaki's shot on Hidaka. Oh my goodness, with this move that I hate most of all. 1, 2. Come on, Ishii, go to a pin on the outside. Don't be a dumbass. Okay, here we have Shino back in and Tancho back in as well. Good swinging neck breaker from Jun Tancho, representing the spirit of Wrestle 1 right now with a sliding drop kick. But good counter from Shino. Shino works in Makai a lot, which is like a combination between wrestling and play, you know, like stage plays, and he's one of the main guys there. Good clothesline from Shino, but countered with a super kick right away. Three-on-one assault from STRIGGA's cheating-ass team, as always. Oh, going for the pin here. Smart move to do it near the corner. Yeah, not enough damage though. It looks to be Sugi going after Ishii right now, and Iwasaki just tagged in. And Hidaka, the bloodied man. He wants more. Does he want revenge on Iwasaki? Going for the kicks. He's fired up. This is what fighting spirit is all about. Oh, a classic juniors battle here. How much heart does Hidaka have to continue this? I'll give him that. I know he's on the team I don't want to win. But still, you got to give it up to my man. Oh, Shino coming in. This is another thing. You got to have respect for these guys, even in the Fire Pro world. Because he's defied the laws of physics, the laws of video gamesmanship, the laws of balls, all of it. He's defied all of it on this one match. Sugi setting Shino up for the TRO. The ball chop! He stole that move earlier on from Takaiwa. How many times will we see a man's balls get hit on this show? Sugi, after the cutter, looking for a springboard move. Oh, but no dice. Tancho steals his stuff. Oh, great near fall for Tancho. Oh, Shino looking to do some stuff now. Oh, bad move. Tancho and Shino going at it. Who's going to win this battle? Oh, Tancho going to the crowd. Cocky. Oh, Shino with a great counter. Into the Cobra twist. The Shadow Hearts team is on the rails right now. Oh, Ranhei. That's the finisher. Oh, but Sugi with the save at the last second. Shino had that match won if he hadn't gotten broken up. And now Ishii tag in. Oh, you can't win the match by tap out, Shino. Ishii looking for his turn with a big boot. Excellent work from the heel team here. No offense to Seigo no Shogun, but big drop kick from Tancho. Sugi back in now. What kind of high-flying hijinks will he bring to the table? Shout out to all my viewers right now on the Twitch. Thank you so much for tuning in, by the way. I really appreciate it. As the strike battle goes on, Ishii with the win. I do not want to break character because I'm almost starting to root for STRIGGA's team over my own. But still, do something, Sugi. Oh, single arm DDT, but too close. Iwasaki's gonna break this up. That's the problem with these six-mans, is all the cutting in and out. Oh, Mysterio Rana on Ishii. Oh, 2.9 count. The DDT was awesome. Shout out to Dylan Keaton. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully oh, by the way, if anybody followed me, let me know if I did not follow you back, because I mean to follow back every single person that follows me. Thank you so much for that. Dylan was an early adopter, so check that out. Hidaka still bloodied. Oh, big DDT. I think Ishii saw your commentary and he wanted to do it again. Oh, drop kick from Hidaka. Oh, usually that means the Sean capture is coming in real life, and that's what he's looking for, and he gets it. But he hasn't done a lot of work on the leg, is the problem. Mayhem in this match. Hidaka, what a performance with the Hurricane Driver. Oh, that would have been the ultimate revenge, getting the pin. Oh, another Sean capture. Hidaka is the Iron Man of this match, I swear. I gotta trade for him. I gotta pull up STRIGGA. I've gotta sign Hidaka to Shadow Hearts. Mahistral Cradle. I still don't have an answer. La Casita or Mahistral Cradle? Man, he's just relentless. And that's it! The instant karma as Shingo's music plays. The crowd's on their feet clapping. Holy cow. That was awesome. Like, I know that STRIGGA's team won, but still, I'm so happy that played out how it did. Unbelievable. Only a couple of matches left now, so this is going to be the last match of the women's tournament, I believe. And then we're going to get into the singles matches, too. Those are the big main events, the singles matches, so I'm very excited about those. To the guys that tuned in late, tuned in at a great time with that amazing match that just happened. That was the best match on the show, not the freaking Lucha match, even though they gave that 5 stars. Alright, here we go. The beastly team in Crescent Moon. They don't play. Lady Godzilla, Hiroyo Matsumoto, and TikTok legend Yoshiko. That Yoshiko is here in the ring. And she just gave somebody the middle fingers. Those were my picks, by the way. I had the TikTok points. I'm fighting Trump for banning TikTok by signing Yoshiko to my team. And now STRIGGA's team. Meiko Satomura and Chihiro Hashimoto for Crush 2020. In reality, Team Sendai Girls. I respect these two a lot. But still, I gotta... Why do they come out to a rap song? Dude, did you see that? Did you guys hear that? Hip-hop Satomura right now in the ring. Who are we gonna go with here? Yoshiko and Hiroyo, or Chihiro and Meiko? Although Sendai doesn't really have that much in terms of showing shows as much as a lot of the other companies. For some reason, they have a lot of hype in the West. They got a good fan base. Meiko's worked England, America multiple times. She's a legend. You already know about her. Yoshiko had a really great match versus Arisa Nakajima last month. Well worth watching. Check that out. Seedling has some. To me, Seedling is probably the best promotion in terms of really any promotion, in terms of just pure in-ring action. There's not a lot of gimmicks, just a lot of great wrestling on there. As the Lady Godzilla, one of my favorite wrestlers, Hiroyo Matsumoto, tags in. And Meiko and Matsumoto going at it. I'm sure these two have wrestled many, many times in real life, so. Shades of Yoshihashi. Satomura says she needs to take after the legend Yoshihashi with the tacos, the rolling taco half butterfly lock. If somebody flies out of that ring, I'm not going to be happy. I'll tell you that right now. Big kick from Satomura. Obviously one of the most prolific strikers and technical wrestlers in Joshi history. As well as quite a karaoke singer, as has been shown in the Gaia Girls documentary. Matsumoto with the scoop slam. No, every time they do that, it still doesn't work. So, stop that. Matsumoto's yet to do any of her big power moves in this match. I know she's got them up her sleeve. Good submission work. This is almost like a yes lock from Satomura, label lock. Hashimoto and Yoshiko back in. I think the good thing about STRIGGA's team in comparison to mine is... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, half Nelson suplex on the apron. What did Matsumoto do to deserve this? Is this more shooting? Is there heat between Hashimoto and Matsumoto we don't know about? We saw it last time. We saw it in the last match. Things have gotten out of control in ELW. Oh, we could see a count out, but no, Hashimoto gets back in. Absolutely. What a huge move from Hashimoto on the Lady Godzilla. But listen, Hiroyo is so tough, she can withstand a move like that without even worrying about it. The classic trope of Fire Pro, the double team moves never work. But now we see the forearm battle, European uppercuts, but the big forearm from Yoshiko ends up getting the win. Have you guys noticed how Yoshiko and Tadasuke from Noah look very similar? I just came upon that a couple of months ago, and STRIGGA couldn't believe it when I pointed out the similarities. Those Yoshiko and Tadasuke, yeah, am I right? You know, brother and sister for sure. Yeah, definitely similar hair. This edit seems to have a little more pink for some reason on there. I'm not sure who made this edit. I'm going to do that next time. I want to look up who made the edits and try and shout them out a little bit more. But yes, the hair, definitely very similar. But that's my conspiracy theory in wrestling. Tadasuke and Yoshiko separated at birth as brother and sister. Oh, double teamwork from, again, STRIGGA's cheating-ass team, as always. And what does Frank Atsushi do? Nothing. Big lariat from Chihiro. Oh, Yoshiko back in. She really has been the destroyer of her team. But not this time. Chihiro. Chihiro just fighting everybody. She doesn't give a crap. Oh, surfboard. Into the Dragon Sleeper. Shades of Jushin Thunder Liger, just like earlier. We saw it earlier. Someone get the agents on this match. The agents have to get this together because we're seeing moves done that we saw earlier. Hashimoto constantly looked to shoot, much like her real-life counterpart. Always looking for the technique, even though she's more of a power look and things like that. Cobra twist from Hashimoto here. I don't think you're going to be able to get either one of them to tap out. Just my opinion. Oh, brawling from Yoshiko. Into the sleeper. She's used this as a finisher in the past in Seedling. But not this time. Too early in the match. Oh, here comes the mount. Oh, slip out from Yoshiko. Into a big boot. Great sequence there. Whoa! Hashimoto is unbelievable. Yeet! Yeet City out of the ring. Thank you for the idea there, but that's exactly what she did. Threw her ass out of that ring like a sack of potatoes. And I don't even know why you'd throw a sack of potatoes, but that's exactly what it would look like if you did it. She's got to tag out after that move. But now it's Matsumoto and Meiko. The battle of the Mae Young Classic participants here. Satomura looking for something with a spinning heel kick. Come on, Matsumoto, you gotta fight. You've got to represent Crescent Moon better than this. Oh, big knees drop. Chihiro has been the MVP of this match. Well, she's not representing well because she just tagged Yoshiko back in for some reason. Not a smart move. Yoshiko has taken some damage, but Chihiro has done... I hate that move so much. Chihiro's done damage. She hit the big half Nelson on the apron to Hiroyo and the big yeet on the outside to Yoshiko. The big belly-to-belly suplex. Always goes back to the limb work, though. 13 count. Who is the commentator for this, or the announcer? And why does she have a British accent? It makes no sense. Oh, Tilt-A-Whirl. Cabradora from Yoshiko. And Sliding Lariat. The single leg crab, the most popular move in this match, it feels like. Man, this would be an incredible match in real life, I'm telling you guys. Seedling has got to put this together. They are the ones to do it. Nanaism is real. Oh, double teamwork. It works. Oh, Hashimoto with the power, with the technical, and then even a big jumping kick on top of it. Oh, Meiko not being a good teammate, not helping out her partner. Looking for another Cabradora? No, Samoa drop. Picking up any of these people is a big deal, and Hashimoto is still one of the most impressive moves of the whole show. Oh, Darkness Falls from Yoshiko. Right into the Sliding Lariat. Oh, but Hashimoto, she's still fighting out. She's not giving up yet. She's got those lariats in her back pocket. She's done throws, she's done suplexes, but now she just wants to hit people as hard as she can. Matsumoto, great move there. Oh, going for the pin off the backdrop. Oh, yes. Lariat battle right now. Oh, but into the Cobra Twist. Meiko, you've got to help out your partner. Well, I'm glad you didn't, because I want my team to win, but still. Oh, Matsumoto. Another backdrop driver. Oh, Yoshiko and Satomura back in. This match is building to a peak as another lariat from Hashimoto. She went for Matsumoto but hit Yoshiko instead. Codebreaker from Yoshiko. Oh my god. Another lariat. Yoshiko says, yeah, I could do that too. Blocked. Oh, Yoshiko's starting to feel it. Strike exchange, European uppercut, and the forearm battle. Who's gonna win? Oh, Satomura with a big high kick. What has Satomura got planned now? Oh, counter from Yoshiko. She's got to tag out to Hiroyo here. Smart move from the Crescent Moon teammates. Oh, Scorpio rising. That's her move. Can Chihiro save her? Oh, kicked out of Scorpion rising. Matsumoto all heart right now. Oh, tough landing too. I'm giving this match a standing ovation right now from my room. Although I was sitting down. Oh, double team move. Oh, devastating power bomb. Oh, the big lariat. Another one. She is just destroying Satomura. But Satomura escapes to tag out her partner. Thank God for her team. God, who's going to win this match? Oh, Satomura going ham right now. Another lariat. Oh, this is Hashimoto. We saw her style earlier. Oh, now what? Into the corner. Oh, throwing her all the way. Lariating her all over this ring. But it's countered with a code breaker. Yoshiko. Oh, no, counter. Double axe handle from Hashimoto. Going up top. Oh, a big senton splash from Chihiro Hashimoto. To me, she's got to be the MVP of this match. Into the sleeper hold with the leg scissors. But quickly broken up. Hashimoto's got something planned. But not now. Oh, double team power bomb. Yes, Crescent Moon. Hashimoto signaling for the end. Forearms after forearms. And then a shoulder block from the Lady Godzilla. Come on. Come on, Hiroyo. Up top. Oh, she missed. Satomura back in. Either one of these two teams deserves it. Big lariat from Matsumoto. Meiko setting her down in her corner. Very smart work from the veteran. Oh, what has she got planned now? Hiroyo. Chops. Chop after chop. Kenta Kobashi has said he's a huge fan of Hiroyo's work, so very good inspiration there. She hits the double knee drop to the back. Oh, goodness. Yoshiko back in. Oh, Hiroyo with a great save for her partner with the elbow. That's her move, the senton. Can she get the pin? That was her finishing move to the back. Can she save her? No! Satomura. She's got too much heart. I'm screaming in my room right now at this match. This is the best match on the show for sure. Yoshiko got her in the corner now. Smart move. Oh, stomps. Followed by the... oh, face wash. Disgusting heel tactics from Yoshiko. A vintage movement. Is she looking for it again? And she gets it. She got it. But just too close to the ropes. If she could just pull her out. Was this enough? That's it. Yoshiko with the pin after the senton. Oh, the fighting continues after the match. Oh, but Yoshiko. Crescent Moon 2 for 2 in the matches between the matches between Crush 2020 and Crescent Moon. My team has won both matches. 93%. That was like a 99 or a 100. Match of the year candidate just happened in the ELW right now. Holy cow. What a great way to end the tournament matches on this show. Oh, goodness. Match of the night for sure has to be that. But we've got 2 matches left, guys. The men's singles match is coming up. I'll totally agree with you guys. Great match between those 4. Shinjiro Otani, the leader of Timeout. This is a special challenge match. The veteran, he's not running 0-1 anymore in ELW, but he's listed an open challenge. Originally it was going to be Kai, but Kai had to bow out due to another booking, and I think I added an adequate replacement in Shotaro Ashino. All Japan and freelance ace. Hopefully a Champion Carnival winner. Hey, Enfants Terribles have been getting wins on All Japan lately. Let's see if the momentum continues in ELW for Ashino. This is a dream match for me personally. Amazing. I don't know how they're going to follow that women's tag match. But if anybody can do it, Ashino can. We believe in you, Ashino. And Otani as well, an all-time legend. These two just filling each other out right now. No surprise there. Timeout, you know, the names, to me, it just felt like something that would be... It doesn't have any special meaning behind it other than just like the time is out, pretty much. And like you have a lot of very serious guys like Otani, Kono, you know, Ryota Nakatsu. Those guys are very heelish, hard-hitting guys. So I thought it really fit their personas overall. I don't know if it's a good name or not, but I thought it fit them. And Otani, who better to leave it than him? You know, one could even say his time maybe out with classic Dick heel work with Otani. That's the thing. Ashino honestly reminds me a lot of Otani, like a young version, because he's such a Dick heel. So I thought this was a great matchup. I actually like this even better than Kai, even though I wanted to get Kai on the first show. It just couldn't happen. But Timeout, that's how I came up with the name with that. A lot of them are meant to be Japanese inspired. I did my best with them, but you know, the main ones were mine and Strigga's groups. In terms of the names, the other ones were just kind of like, not side players, but they help fill out the company more or less, so. Ashino and Otani going back and forth at it right now with the strikes, as you would expect, and shot battle. Back and forth, look at how fast they're going too. Ashino getting the win. Who is the King Dick of ELW? That's what this match is all about. Ashino dragging Otani around. But Otani counters. Oh, counters upon counters right now. Big headbutt for Otani. I really do feel like there's a lot of story, potential story between these guys. Oh, great leg sweep, one of my favorite moves. And shades also of Otani's mentor, Shinya Hashimoto. See, this is what I'm talking about. I would love if these guys had a match together. You know, if maybe Ashino, who is a freelancer technically, even though he's largely in All Japan, I would love if he made a stop to 0-1 for a big show. I think these two would have an amazing match together. Great technical work from Ashino here. Followed by Otani just slapping the shit out of him. Classic Otani right there. I love it. Ashino with a scoop slam, followed by a big elbow to the back of the head. Again, another one. If Ashino joins ELW, because right now he's a freelancer obviously, but if I ever could sign him in this game, I'm going to make sure that he joins Otani's faction. He joins Timeout. Unless there's some kind of dirty tactics in this match, in which case I will have to change all my plans. Oh, big knee strike. Good stuff from Ashino. I love how Otani just shrugged off that elbow to the back of the head. 7 minutes gone by as we look for a crossface from Otani. Oh no, dick killer. Yeah, remember all of the Infants are. Remember Kuma Arashi and Kodaka also appeared on the Big Japan show just a couple of days ago, actually. So all of the Infants are freelance. Ashino, I bet, probably has the biggest deal, though. For he gets paid the most, so he probably doesn't want to go to these smaller companies. But who knows? If they could get Arashi, Kodaka, in some of these smaller shows, I'm sure they could get... Oh! Big Dragon Suplex from Otani. Yeah, Ashino, I don't think he's worked anywhere else except for All Japan, but all of the Infants are still freelance. Oh, good counter. No, too close to the ropes. Oh, spiral bomb. Classic Otani. Oh. You'd think it was a little too early for that move, but Otani going for the kill already. Tombstone pile driver. What's he got planned? Another classic Otani move. He used to do that as a springboard, believe it or not. Can you imagine if he did that now, at 50 years old? Springboard, spinning heel kick. Good counter from Ashino again. Ashino just doing great counters in this match as well, much like his real-life counterpart as well. Ashino gets suplexed by the veteran. This is what Ashino will look like in about 20 years. He's going to go bald, and he's going to be a gigantic prick to everybody. European uppercut. Ashino trying to catch his breath, but big lariat there. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Sandy. I don't know what happened, but we're still on the air. Me and Dylan have been talking this whole time. Other Dylan with 2 L's have been talking. But thank you guys for showing up, and thank you for coming back, Sandy. I appreciate that. I don't know what happened, you know. Oh, chop battle again. I love their battles because they go so fast with each other. Oh, Ashino with a big lariat. He watched the last match with Yoshiko and Chihiro Hashimoto. Oh, missed. Oh, another spinning wheel kick. Ashino, adopt the spinning wheel kick. That is my new measure for you. Or at least a spiral bomb. Oh, lifting DDT. Shades of Hashimoto there. He's spamming those spinning wheel kicks right now. No psychology from the old man, but he loves it. Another leg sweep. The Hashimoto influence on this match is real, people. Oh, Otani firing up the crowd. Oh, spinning savate kick from the old man. Drop toe hold. He's fired up. Fighting spirit. Maximum abilities for Otani. Another savate kick. Oh, going to the outside now. We'll see some brawling, some dirty tactics. In real life, there'd be a crowd brawl, which I would love to see between these two, actually. These two might be the only two people that would have a good crowd brawl. Spiral Bomb! Oh, right as you said it, the Spiral Bomb wins. ELW stands tall above the Freelancer. Oh, wow. This could be the first in a series. I'm sensing some unfinished business between these two. I can see me putting these two together in the future for some matches. A good match, but I think they've got even better in them. You know, close to 4 stars there. So, main event time. Kairi Hojo's return to Japan. What a big match. First match in her 7th match series. She's not going to be in any of the title tournaments. She's having special matches all throughout the cards. 7 match series starting off. Getting her ready for that big title challenge. Suka. I like Suka's theme music here, the one they gave her. Even though it's not really like her real music. Yeah, very good stuff. Almost 4 stars between the singles guys. If you look at the match ratings, like this show was awesome, pretty much. Main event time now. Hojo and Tsukasa Fujimoto. Kairi's music isn't anything like her real ones, but whatever. Looking stoic. ELW's top signee. The #1 pick for Crescent Moon. She leads my faction, but she is not in any of the faction wars. She's doing her own thing. As Fujimoto starts off with a suplex. No feeling out process here. They're going right at it. Oh, elbows. Good style from Kairi. Oh, big chop there, too. I really don't understand why WWE booked Hojo to win her last 2 matches on the way out over Sasha and Bayley. But hey, they respected her so much, they gave her wins on the way out. Bob, thank you so much, man. I'm glad you're enjoying what you're seeing right now. Hopefully everybody tuning in is. I know I am. I love this show. This is probably as fun for me as actually playing it myself, like yesterday for my career mode. But thank you. Yes, the video on demand is up for up to 2 weeks on Twitch, so check that out. I'm trying to figure out a way to move them to YouTube as well, and I'm working on it, but we'll see if that happens, so it can be up permanently. Fujimoto with a scoop slam here. These two have never had a match together in real life. A first time ever singles match with a drop kick from Fujimoto. Oh, back and forth. Oh, big forearm smash right into the single leg crab from Kairi Hojo. Hopefully my commentary job hasn't been too bad either on this show. But thank you to everybody leaving comments. We have so many more than yesterday, and I really appreciate it. That's something that really matters to me. The viewers are, you know, not substantially bigger, but the comments are way more, so I really love the interaction with the people. This is the Eastern Lariat family right now, people. Oh, big shot from Suka. Suka known mostly in the West for her feud with a panda mascot, but this will not be it. Overhead chops and forearms. Kairi wins the battle with his overhead chops. Kairi runs her into the ropes. Big chop there. She's using the chop offense to keep things moving along for everybody involved. Kairi shoots Suka to the corner, but Suka counters. Oh, big forearms, big heart. You knew that these two were going to go at it, and this is probably going to be a longer match. No time limit, I don't believe, or at least a 60-minute one. Oh, big slap from Suka. Is things getting heated right now? Are things getting heated for maybe a new rivalry getting born in ELW right now? Oh, bounced off the turnbuckle. Great counter from Suka. I love the animation they had for that too. Kairi will not give an inch. Oh, good counter for the powerbomb, but no, too close to the ropes. Oh, we're going outside.
1, 2,
just taking a breath right now. I can't blame her for that. Good strategy from the two here. Dodging each other's strikes, but the forearm smashes work for Kairi. Into a neck breaker. Excellent combination from Kairi Hojo. She looks as good as ever. She spent the last 3 years in WWE, had some great success in NXT. They never really used her right in the main roster, and I cannot wait for her to return to Japan. But you see it here first in the ELW, thanks to my brilliant booking. Suka, good leg bind here. But I just do not see Kairi Hojo tapping out in her first match back. Yes, Fujimoto, great worker. I would really recommend some of her tag team work with Arisa Nakajima as well. Her and Arisa are a great tag team as best friends. Oh, blockbuster from Kairi. But she's got great singles matches too against people like Tsukushi and Ice Ribbon. Suzu Suzuki, she had a match in March versus Suzu, which is the new IW19 champion, or Ice Cross Infinity champion rather, excuse me. Her and Suka had a great match in March. So I really highly recommend some of her work as well if you want to see more of Tsukasa Fujimoto. Like I said, her main stuff is a great move there. Beat a shoot from Suka, but she's really mainly known for feuding with Ren the Giant Panda, which is based around, you know, a feud about panda mascots. She stole Andre the Giant Panda from his wife. It was a crazy storyline that can only work in Ice Ribbon. But she did a great job in it too, even in that match. It was probably well worth watching. Oh, Kobashi style chops into the back fist. Love that move from Kairi. Excellent move. Oh, look for the insane elbow, but it does not work. Oh, straight jacket lock from Tsukasa. It almost sounds like they have Kairi's voice in the game, but there's no way that's possible. Oh. Code Red. Oh, near fall. Great job from Tsukasa Fujimoto. You're seeing a little bit of her moveset in this match because she does that in real life as well. Kairi just chopping the crap out of Suka right now. Spear. One of her big WWE moves, and she keeps it. Oh, suplex. Big vertical suplex or brainbuster. Oh, Suka, what's she looking for? Oh, shotgun drop kick. That was the drop kick version of the yeet we saw earlier. Just booted her halfway across the ring. Chop battle, forearm smash and overhead chop. Who's gonna win this time? Oh, spinning back fist. No! Suka back with her counter too. It feels like it's been a marathon and we're just on 12.5 minutes. Oh, Suka might be looking for the Japanese Ocean Cyclone suplex. Oh, that's another thing about Suka. Toyota is her mentor, so she's a lot like Manami Toyota. If you've ever seen any of her, Suka, as well as Tsukushi, takes a lot after her. So Suka with an elbow. I know she really wants that Japanese Ocean Cyclone suplex. Oh, big forearm smashes. Knocks her down. Good job, Kairi. Big chops from Kairi Hojo. She wants that insane elbow, but no, she thinks better of it. She knows that it's not going to hit. I love that slap that Suka has done multiple times in this match. Just no fear. Things are getting antsy. Oh, here it comes. This is it. Japanese Ocean Cyclone suplex. No, kick out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable heart from Kairi Hojo in her first match back. Oh, this is dangerous Laasian. Yeah, she totally got blasted from the shotgun dropkick. Oh, Kairi is just beaten down. This is her first match back. Does she have what it takes? Oh, big forearm shot. Oh, Kairi's got to avoid any more of that. Oh, is she looking for an elbow? Big back fist from Kairi. Kairi's busting her ass in this match right now. Oh no. Suka with a scoop slam. Crescent moon's leader. Oh! Springboard enziguri, the Venus shoot. Is that it? No. That was one of Suka's biggest moves right there, along with the Japanese Ocean Cyclone Suplex. Kairi's kicked out of both of them. The crowd is clapping along with Suka. She wants this, but no, Kairi won't let her have it. The chops, I love Kairi's offense in this game. She just wants the chops, she wants the spinning back fist. That's what she wants. Oh, snapmare from Suka. Kairi just can't get any momentum, it seems like. Suka's always one step ahead of her. And there it is, another one. Oh, but next to the ropes, though. That will not win this match. I'm sorry, Suka. Suka has been dominant in this match, though. Kairi has got a lot of damage, but just has not been able to pull out momentum. Another Venus shoot. That has to be it. That has to be it. Hook the leg. It has to be elementary. That's it. Suka with the upset in Kairi's first match back. A great effort from Kairi Hojo, but she's got a ways to go. She's got a ways to go to get back into Japanese fanfare. My girl lost. The leader of Crescent Moon, unfortunately. 91% match, a great match for both women. Suka deserved that win. Excellent job. Full house attendance, 3,500 people from Shadows. Average cards rating 89%. You have to consider that a victory. That's almost an average of 4.5 stars. So unbelievable event. The event, like I was telling Dylan earlier, if you didn't see the whole show, check it out on twitch.tv. It's good stuff there. Ending the event right now. Yeah, excellent move. Oh, even over capacity, 3906. Congrats on running a flawless show. We're ready to book a bigger venue. Hell yeah, we are. I added it stuff. You know, I booked conservatively with the venue. Next time it's going to be bigger, and we're going to do even better. ELW, what a first show. Okay. Santos, Braun, and Carrillo took the WWE 6-man tag team belts. Oh, that's one thing I hate about this. Cody Rhodes and Jake Hager have now won the tag team titles. Carl Fredericks, Tiger Mask, and Yoshihashi have won the 6-man titles. Euphoria wins the CMLL title. That could actually happen. Australian Suicide won the junior belt. Shunma Katsumata won the DDT junior belt. Mensare won the junior heavyweight title. Oh, I wish that would happen in All Japan. Yohei won the Noah heavyweight champion. Holy crap. Yohei is the GHC champion. Oh my god. Saya Kamitani, a champion of Stardom. Hikari and Yuka and Tokyo Joshi Pro. Hikari Noah and Yuka Sakazaki. Moeka and Tsukushi won the Ice Ribbon titles. This universe is insane based on some of these results. Beer City Bruiser and Shane Taylor won the tag titles in Ring of Honor. Luster the Legend is a champion in Impact. Lulu Pencil wins the Gato Move title. Oh my god. Okay, my assets have gone down, but I'm still looking good. I spent a lot of money leading into the first show to make it work. This month you have a 6-man tag team tournament scheduled with Big Japan Wrestling. This month you have a singles tournament scheduled with Impact. Is that me? Or is that just them doing it? Well, we're gonna find out next time. Shinagawa Takahiro was unable to find anyone worth signing. Well, there's always next time. These are the scouts. Yeah, like that. There's a scouting system in this game that I haven't touched on much, but they're scouting people. Carlos Velez unable to sign anyone worth signing. Marty Sakota, Mr. Question, unfortunately. Star wrestler Bobby. Oh, that must be Bobby Lashley. Left WWE. Lashley could come to ELW. What do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down on Lashley? Maki Ito leaves Tokyo Joshi Pro. EC3 of Impact was arrested for a hit and run. Oh my god, EC3 has run down someone in the streets, while Bobby Lashley and Maki Ito are free agents. What a world. Yohei, the GHC champion. I hate this world right now. Crescent Moon are a runaway success? Hey, what can you say? That's my faction. The fans love us. A new month brings new opportunities. There are other sources of revenue aside from events. Merchandise is a sure way to make some cash. Go to the management menu, blah blah blah. Okay, Lashley could be coming down. I'm going to make an offer just for you, Dylan. I want to go for Lashley and see if I can't get him. But first show was a big success. Thank you so much for joining me for all of this. I'm going to end it now. And after a while, just over 2 hours, a little bit longer than yesterday. I thought it would be shorter, but it was actually longer, and some great matches. I had a ton of fun doing this. This was awesome. And it looks like as a booker, the results speak for themselves. So hopefully you guys enjoyed all of this. And I'm going to head out now. Hit me up on Twitter at Dylan0Sky if you want to talk about anything more, say anything more, anything about it. At Eastern Lariat, give us a follow too. My podcast about Japanese wrestling, very successful. Just debuted some merchandise of my own, much like I'm Fire Promoter. So please check that out. But thank you so much for joining me, and I love all the comments so much. It made it a lot of fun for me. But until next time, sayonara.